You want me to, I feel like I woke up on the 12th, the lights turned on, like, I started thinking about everything. I feel like I took out the last, like, 3-4 rounds. I wasn't throwing no punch. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing, bro? Like, my corner, Mark Bro said, let your hands go. I held back. I feel like in the 12th round, it just started like, what I'm saying? Like a light just hit me. It just sparked my head like, what the fuck, let your hands go, man. I started thinking about my son, his long camp, 5 months. I'm like, man, I gotta turn this bitch up. And, we did that.
Why exactly were you fighting a little bit,
I think, I'm right here. Do I need it?
why exactly were you fighting so, I guess lethargically, not letting your hands go, so to speak? Your corner was trying to get you to like throw your hands more. Like, what was actually the problem? Was it too long for layoff, too long for training camp? Like, what was kind of the problem?
No, it was none of that. I got off a year layoff, so I know, I'm a fighter. I'm not saying no to everything, but I know that played a factor in the fight, so, but no excuses. You gotta understand, like a guy like Jason Quigley, he got stopped twice, so he was going in there not trying to get stopped again. He was best, I hit him with one of the biggest right hands ever. He jumped up, and he finished that 12 rounds. So, he was definitely in there. He wasn't going in there trying to take a knee or trying to cop out. I should have let my hands go more. I know coaches like, listen, like, before they fucking punch me, I should spark me on the 12th round, but like, let your fucking hands go, man. And, once I started letting them fly, you see what the results.
Why are you so anxious to fight Munguia next, man?
I feel like that's the biggest fight right now. I want him in October. Big house. That's a straight garden. I know that that's a fight that everybody wants to see. We definitely want Munguia next for sure. I want that motherfucker. He's Mexican. I'm Puerto Rican. I got the man here. One of the best promoter in the business right now, man. So, I know he's gonna make it happen for us.
Real quick, you said great. I asked you one word to describe your opponent at the press conference, and you called him a clown. Because you said he's been laughing at you, he's been smirking, he's not been taking him really seriously when you were talking to him. Did he surprise you at all tonight with how much he had and how he came at you? Because you said you were just gonna walk through and just toss him around, beat the shit out of him, that's what you said.
Yeah, for sure. At the end of the day, he's a fighter. I seen him in the back out of the fight. I told him he's a warrior. I know he's a warrior. He got that Irish blood in him. Like I said, a lot of fighters, man, everybody that since the amateurs, like, they always fought me different. They always had that spark in them to want to beat me. They could have fucking got knocked out in the last 2 fights. When they stepped on me, it's like a switch. So I take my hat off to him. He's a warrior. He definitely did some numbers here, man. So I seen him in the back. I congratulated him. And I told him thank you for taking the fight, but he's definitely a warrior.
This question is for both of you. Ideally, where would the next fight be for both of you?
Look, I think we had a great start tonight. He hasn't boxed for over a year, and this place was completely sold out. The atmosphere was tremendous. Jaime Munguia brings a big crowd as well. Like Edgar said, I'd love to do it in the main room here. I think it can fill it up. It also fills up probably Vegas, LA, but I think it's a conversation with the zone. They love the fight. Everybody loves the fight. There's other options. I think Gennady Golovkin, also in the big room, is a tremendous fight. Billy Joe Saunders from the UK, but he needs probably a comeback fight first. There's loads of fights, John Ryder, but I think the fights that fill the big room are Munguia and Gennady Golovkin.
And Edgar, you're talking about fighting in Puerto Rico. Is it Puerto Rico or New York next for you, ideally?
Definitely, we were talking about that, trying to get a fight in Puerto Rico. Yeah. But listen, man, if Munguia fight a man, if we can make it happen, that's the fight we want. I think we gotta make it happen right now. Like, this is the year to make it happen. Puerto Rico versus Mexico. He's a banger. I'm a banger. I definitely got the rust off. I'm back with my old team. So we gonna pick up from that 12th round. We picking it up from there on. Like, that's how we're gonna fight from round 1 to round 12 from now. So I just had to shake it up. And get the job done.
Congratulations,
Edgar. First of all, I want to say congratulations. Second of all, like for example, like in the sport of football, when you come in as a rookie, they say that the game is fast, and then as they gradually go on along, the game gets slower for them. You showed a lot of poise tonight when you were cutting the ring off and picking your shots. Do you feel that in the ring things are getting slower for you, and you're getting more adapted to being an elite boxer?
Yeah, for sure. That's actually a great question. I feel like it was sort of slow. I just know if I would have picked it up from the 6th, 7th, 8th, I would have got him out of there. You know, I feel like I just waited all that time, and then the 12th round was like, I gotta turn this bitch up, you know, and you've seen the results. So, you know, it's a learning process. You know, I'm learning. I'm young, 26. I'm a power puncher, but you know, I'm blessed to be back with my whole team. You know, and listen, man, I'm taking a week off and I'm going right back into the gym to work. You know, this shit, I ain't partying, I ain't doing nothing, man. All I want to do is just get back in the gym. As soon as I went to the fight, I said, I'm going to be back in the gym for a week. I'm taking off a week, and be right back to the, you know, in the gym to work.
Eddie, I have one question for you. You looked great last week. Where's your New Orleans t-shirt?
Yeah, no, I left that in New Orleans. I had a New York one on today. So yeah, it's been a great run.
So I've got a question for both Edgar and Eddie. There's obviously a desire to go to a bigger venue. You did sell this out. It was very impressive. Fan atmosphere is incredible. Have you thought, Eddie, about ever doing something at the Arthur Ashe Stadium in Queens? It's a beautiful outdoor stadium, seats over 20,000. Edgar, if you went out there, you'd be the first person to fight at that venue. They hosted professional wrestling concerts in addition to tennis. Any thoughts about that?
Yeah, I mean, we always like to push the boundaries and do something different. You know, in the past, I've been on to Flushing Meadows as well about doing something there, just something different. You know, we've done it a lot in the UK. I do want Edgar to fight in Puerto Rico as well, and I think if we didn't land the Munguia fight or something like that, maybe that's something we do next. There's something a little bit different, but I also want to keep the momentum of what we started tonight.
Just in terms of perspective of the fighters you mentioned you'd like to fight next, how tough do you feel those fights are with Ryder and this one as well?
I think Billy Joe Saunders isn't going to be ready this side of the year for Edgar Berlanga, but I think he will be a great fight. You know, he's a big name. John Ryder's a very tough fight. You saw him go 12 with Canelo Alvarez. So I think there's loads of fights that can be made. You know, you've got Caleb Plant, you've got obviously Benavidez, you've got Morrell, you've got Charlie, you've got loads of super middleweights. That's the other side of the street, if that's what you want to call it, but we don't care really. We're doing our own thing, and you know, I know that the Zone will be very keen on Munguia against Berlanga. Munguia does great numbers, so does Edgar, so it's just a tremendous fight.
Do you feel those two fights, Saunders and Ryder, are tough for you?
Say it again?
Do you feel those two fights, Saunders and Ryder, are tough for you?
They're great fighters, you know what I'm saying? So I know for a fact, like, at that level, right, they're gonna come to fight, you know what I'm saying? I feel like the Triple G's gonna stay, you know, they're gonna come to fight, you know. The Riders, they're gonna come to fight, you know, you see him fight 12 rounds with Canelo, you know, that's the biggest guy, 168 right now. And then Gia's another guy, you know, he just had a tremendous fight with my brother, Sergey. Right now, for real, I just feel like the biggest fight right now is Munguia. You know, just for the simple fact that he's Mexican, he's young, he's my age, you know, we both do numbers. And I know for a fact we could do a crazy number out here and do it all at the Garden. So, you know, I gotta, you know, we sit down with Keith Conley, my dad, and the boss man, and, you know, we just make it happen.
Is Munguia more dangerous than Triple G at this point? Well, both
I feel
of
like right now, you know, I'm upset. You know, people are like, yo, why you upset? I'm like, you know, I should have got him out of there. But I'm happy because now I know where I left off. You know, and you know, with the aggressive, that 12th round was amazing, and I know that's who I am. Like him right there, like that guy is me. That's me. Let your fucking hands go. You know, push the fight, kill. You know, and obviously you seen the results of that. You know, I almost got him out of there. So, you know, from right there we're gonna take over.
Oscar De La Hoya has tweeted loads of medals, couldn't deliver Edgar Berlanga to Canelo, and now you want to throw Munguia's name out there. Good luck with that. Does that worry you? I know you say
I mean,
he's like that, but
Oscar De La Hoya works for DAZN. So he's a fucking complete idiot, to be honest with you, because his job is to put on good fights for DAZN. And he hasn't really done that with Jaime Munguia, has he? I mean, he's probably the worst managed career I've ever seen in the history of boxing, Jaime Munguia. His opponent list has been awful, other than Derevyanchenko recently, who I know is your friend, but he's also a faded fighter. So what I'll do with Oscar De La Hoya is I'll speak to his bosses and I'll come back to him.
Oscar gotta, he gotta shut his mouth, man. This is the best in the business. People don't understand, like, Eddie came from the UK. He came from another side of the fucking world. He came to the US and took over, you know what I'm saying? And he's taking it over so rapidly. So, De La Hoya's a crazy guy, man. He told me one day he's your friend, the next day he want to talk shit about you. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you seen what happened with Canelo. Yeah, we was talking Canelo, but you seen what happened with Canelo. He signed a dude fight deal with BBC. So, he's on another network now, so now I was like, all right, what the fuck we gonna do? So, we got guys like Munguia, guys like Golovkin, guys like John Ryder that we can make happen quickly.
do you feel like Oscar's being bitter towards you?
Yeah, man. Come on, I had to sit down with him right before, I signed with Eddie. He's a guy, he's just Twitter finger, man. He just want to just type with his asshole. So just chill, man, relax.
Happy with Eddie?
Huh?
Happy being with Eddie?
Oh, of course, man. Like the love that you guys gave me, the fight week, the amount of attention, the build up for this fight was amazing, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna back my promoter up, whether, who likes it or not. This is the guy, and we definitely gonna make something happen big after this fight. I left the mark, 12th round. From there on, bro, I swear to God, man, on my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, I'm up from 12th round, I'm picking up from that round, and it's game time. Like, these guys are gonna be in trouble for sure.
Both of you guys, who would you...
Was Jason Quigley the best opponent you faced so far?
No.
Where does he rank?
I feel like my toughest fight was Angulo, because of the way he fought. He was a tough fighter, he came forward, took punch, but he just had a specific game plan. It was just, to move around. He was real fidgety moving around, but I take my hat off to him. He's a great fighter. He's stuck in there, especially in that 12th round. He got hit with some fucking big shots. I broke his nose with a jab. I broke his audible bone with a jab. So, I'm just happy, that I can leave off from the 12th round and we can just get back in the gym in a week, man, and just grind.
A couple more questions, guys.
I want to ask as well, what do you think of this Handsome Eddie hashtag?
It's all right. I listen. The fact that the entire week Oscar De La Hoya has been talking about me, it's great. Don't forget, my following is probably 80% English. So if Oscar De La Hoya can help my profile over here, it's fantastic. I just hope that I hope he's going to be okay.
So Edgar, this was your first fight under the Matchroom umbrella. You've obviously fought here before at the theater, but this is your first fight under Matchroom. First, could you talk now a little bit about being a Matchroom fighter? Y la segunda pregunta que tengo para ti es, ¿qué tiene que decir? ¿Qué mensaje tiene para tu gente boricua aquí en Nueva York y también en la isla?
Did you say something you didn't want me to hear?
I asked them to give a message for his New York fans and also the Puerto Rican fans on the island.
Yo quiero gracias a los fanáticos míos de Puerto Rico, Nueva York y Latinoamérica, ¿entiendes? Mucho como estaba soportándome mucho, ¿entiendes? Y sobre el boricua, it's my island, and I love my people, they come out for me. And it's something big, we gonna make something happen for sure. Really, el equipo mío, you know what I'm saying? Mark, my team, my dad, Alex, Asa Beard, my wife that, stuck through this 6 months at camp, man. I was in Florida, she was in New York. My mom, she stuck through it too, so, man. And Johnny, my man Johnny. No, en mi primer pelea con Matchroom fue bueno, ¿me entiendes? Y estoy muy feliz. Estoy firmado ahora con Eddie Hearn y estamos arriba ya, estamos pelear ahora mismo, vamos a pelear una pelea grande ya, aquí en Nueva York. Si no, no hay una en Puerto Rico.
Congratulations on the victory. Just speak about what it was like just getting the support, not only from the Puerto Rican fan base, fellow Brooklynites, but just New York as a whole. This is maybe your third or fourth fight here, and it's another sellout. Just what does that mean to you?
I'm just blessed, man, and I want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, man. Like, I got closer with God, I just want to thank Him for just keeping me grounded. I want to thank my fans, Without them, this wouldn't be happening, you know what I'm saying? So, fighters gotta understand that you gotta give the fans the credit, right? Because they're the ones that's working their ass off to buy these tickets, bringing in family, probably taking off days off work, flying in, paying for flights. So, without the fans, none of this would happen, So, all the credit, man, not all the credit, but most of the credit goes to the fans. Without that, man, this shit wouldn't be nothing, So, I'm just happy, man, to be a year back. Not a lot of people do that, and we've been able to sell out.
Right, last question, guys.
I know.
You're looked at as probably you're not even a prospect anymore, but the best Puerto Rican fighter out there. Is there any pressure carrying that mantle, Colo, Trinidad, Benitez?
I think it's just the pressure of just delivering for my people. It's a tough stretch for me because I caught my first 16 fights, first fight knockouts, and I went the distance. So, it's a little tough for me right now because people expecting something, a KO or a knockout or a TKO, and my Puerto Rican people, and from New York, they're expecting that. Listen, man, I'm just excited to be here, the promotion. We got the victory, that's all that matters. We ended the fight amazing, and I feel like we go from there.
I know you guys keep talking about Munguia, but would in Triple G make more sense? He has a bigger profile.
Yeah, with Triple G's a much bigger name, but it's just whether he fights again.
Is he more dangerous than Munguia?
He punches harder.
Gotcha, but not more dangerous, you think?
I think he's a better fighter. It's just he's an older fighter. I think he's not a prime Triple G anymore, but he's still a tremendous fighter. I love him as a person. I would love to see Edgar in with, I really like Jaime Munguia as a person, but I don't see him as an elite guy like Gennady Golovkin. For the resume, and obviously the fan base, Gennady Golovkin's boxed in the garden many times, but it all depends if he wants to fight again. Right guys, we're going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for your support tonight and all week, and well done Edgar Berlanga, well done.
Thank you guys, thank you, I appreciate the support.